The world of cycling has seen moments of triumph and tragedy that left us speechless. From iconic victories to heartbreaking losses, this sport has it all. In today's video, we'll take you through the 10 most shocking moments in cycling history. Stick around because number 1 will blow your mind. Number 1. Lance Armstrong's comeback on Les Ardennes in 2003. During the climb to Les Ardennes, Lance Armstrong was knocked down by a spectator's bag. But what followed was legendary. Armstrong recovered, dropped his rivals, and claimed victory. This moment highlighted his incredible mental strength and determination. The story of Tom Simpson is a tragic episode in cycling history. He was a British cyclist, born on November 30th, 1937 in Haswell, England. Simpson is often remembered as a talented rider, but especially for his tragic death during the 1967 Tour de France. Simpson achieved many successes in the 1960s. He won the Road World Championship in 1965, a feat that made him one of the best British cyclists of his time. He also won prestigious races such as Milan-San Remo and the Tour of Flanders. He was a charismatic rider with a large following, especially in Great Britain. Tom Simpson passed away on July 13, 1967, during the 13th stage of the Tour de France on Mont Ventoux. This mountain is notorious for its extreme conditions, such as heat and challenging climbs. What happened? It was an extremely hot day, with temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius. The climb up Mont Ventoux took a severe toll on the riders. Later investigations revealed that Simpson had used amphetamines and alcohol to boost his performance, which was not uncommon in cycling at the time. Simpson collapsed during the climb. He attempted to continue, but eventually fell off his bike. Despite efforts to revive him, he died on the spot. Impact on his death sent shockwaves through the cycling world and raised awareness of the dangers of doping. It marked the beginning of a slow process to regulate the use of performance-enhancing substances. A monument on Mont Ventoux commemorates Tom Simpson. It has become a pilgrimage site for cycling enthusiasts from around the world. The tragedy of Tom Simpson remains a poignant story in the world of cycling. It highlights both the heroism and Number 3. Chris Froome running on Mont Ventoux. Chris Froome stunned the world when he had to run on foot during the Mont Ventoux climb after his bike was damaged in a crash. It was one of the most bizarre and memorable moments in Tour de France history, showing the sheer unpredictability of the sport. Number 4. Eddy Merckx's dominance in 1969. Eddy Merckx, known as the Cannibal, delivered a performance in 1969 that remains unmatched. In his very first Tour de France, he won the general classification, the points classification, the mountains classification, and the combativity award. No rider has ever dominated the Tour so completely. His legendary performance cemented his place in cycling history. Number 6. The rivalry between Greg LeMond and Laurent Fignon. 1989 gave us one of the most exciting Tour de France finishes ever. Greg LeMond triumphed over Laurent Fignon in a time trial on the Champs-Élysées, winning the race by just 8 seconds. This remains the smallest margin in Tour history, a moment of pure cycling drama. Number 2. Fabio Casartelli's tragic death. Fabio Casartelli's death during a descent in the Pyrenees shocked the cycling world. The young Italian's tragic passing led to an emotional moment the following day, as his Motorola teammates crossed the finish line together in tribute. His death reminds us of the dangers of the sport. Lance Armstrong's look back during the 2001 Tour de France is one of the most iconic moments in cycling history. It took place during Stage 10 on the legendary climb to l'Alpe d'Huez, a brutal mountain that often decides the strongest riders in the race. As Armstrong climbed alongside his main rival, Jan Ullrich, he turned his head and looked back directly at him. This wasn't a casual glance, it was a calculated psychological move. The look seemed to ask, "Can you keep up?" It was a bold display of confidence and control. After the glance, Armstrong shifted gears and launched a powerful attack, dropping Ullrich and the other riders who were with them. He rode away to win the stage in a dominant fashion, solidifying his hold on the yellow jersey, the leader's jersey of the Tour de France. Number 6. The rivalry between Greg LeMond and Laurent Fignon. 1989 gave us one of the most exciting Tour de France finishes ever. Greg LeMond triumphed over Laurent Fignon in a time trial on the Champs-Élysées, winning the race by just 8 seconds. This remains the smallest margin in Tour history, a moment of pure cycling drama.